When you opened your very first salon, what was the amount of money that you knew you had to have to start your hair salon?
My first salon, it maybe $3,000-4,000.
Come on. Hi, this is Lou with Side Hustle Rules. Today I'm going to show you how to start a hair salon. We're going to go inside and say hi to Dave Maldonado. Dave owns Equinox Hair Salon, and I thought what we would do is just have Dave talk about how he started his business.
Sure. So we started back in 1999 when I first opened the salon. This is our third location. Learned a lot of different things along the way. And hopefully this is going to be our last location here in North Ridgeville.
Yeah. So what made you decide though to get into the hairstyling business?
It's been part of my family for a very long time. So I had aunts and uncles that did hair. My mother did hair. It's kind of just something that's been in my blood. Never thought I would do it, but the first time I attempted to do hair, absolutely loved it from there.
So why, you said this is your third location. You've had two other locations and then you closed those, and seems like you just got bigger and bigger locations.
It's kind of strange. So first location, I was fairly new to the industry, hadn't been out of school that long. Opened that location, was there for 3 years. Wasn't the best location for us as far as building a business. Mm-hmm. So found a new location, moved to that one. Was there for 21 years at that location, and it was a good spot for us, but actually was bigger than what I really needed. Mm-hmm. So we decided right now to bring everything over to North Ridgeville, and this is hopefully our last location.
What's been your biggest challenge in being in this type of business?
Probably just constantly reinventing yourself. Mm-hmm. There aren't a lot of challenges because I've been in this business for 30 years almost already, but it's just being up to date on everything, making sure your staff is up to date with all of the latest trends and styles, and building a clientele, being on top of building a clientele and servicing your people.
And how do you build that clientele? How have you done that?
What works for us, it's always worked for us, is word of mouth. Mm-hmm. So we have tried flyers and mailers and commercials, just different things, and always comes back to word of mouth. Mm-hmm. We've done Groupon, all Living Social, all of those different platforms. Mm-hmm. Word of mouth is always the best. If you do great hair on one person, they're going to tell their friends, and their friends tell their friends, and so it's always word of mouth has been our number one. Social media has been great. Mm-hmm. When I opened in 1999, there was no Facebook, mm-hmm. there was no Instagram, there was none of that. Mm-hmm. So it's a whole new world now, and it's interesting to see how quick things blow up on social media.
Yeah, I saw you on Facebook, actually, and how does Facebook work for you?
Facebook has been great, and actually a prime example is last night, as a matter of fact. Jay, our one stylist here, had a client in his chair. Mm-hmm. At the same time, somebody in the North Ridgeville Facebook page made a post asking if there was anybody in the area that went to a salon that was reasonably priced and did great hair. And someone piped up and said Equinox Salon. Yeah. And Jay's client, who was in his chair at the time, also posted and said, "I'm actually here right now." Mm-hmm. And somebody else posted, "Oh, I was there 2 days ago." Yeah. And it's just amazing within 10 minutes to see how many people were commenting on one post on Facebook. Mm-hmm. And then we got the call, and appointments were booked.
So why did you pick this particular location? Because it's like, what, 5 miles away from...
This is 5 miles from our previous location.
Yeah, so why did you pick this location?
So we were kind of forced into a move. I wasn't really planning on moving at the time. Mm-hmm. They sold the plaza, and we needed to look for a new location pretty fast, and I was not prepared for that at all. So it was actually me driving around looking at different areas, and I love this area. What I love about this spot is we are in a residential area, so we're surrounded by condos and townhouses. The other location, we were very commercial. Everything around there was commercial. The amount of walk-ins that we get here is unbelievable compared to our last location.
Yeah.
And I think that's because we're in a more residential area. There are no salons down on this end of North Ridgeville.
So you don't have a lot of competition in other
Right.
words. So, you came here, so what, in terms of building out, I mean, this is a nice studio. How expensive was it to build this out?
It was very expensive. It was, here's the thing with that, when you get into dollar amounts, it was the third time around that I've done this. I knew that it was going to be the way I wanted it. It was, even though we were in a rush to move here, I wanted to do everything the right way this time and give myself a bigger budget to do so.
Okay.
So, making a move like this, $20,000 is right around what it costs to do something like this. But we're also talking about, this was not an existing salon. So this was an empty spot. I believe it was a flower shop at one point. So there's nothing here. There were 4 walls. So it was a matter of drywalling, pretty much starting from scratch, creating a salon out of four white walls.
So what are the things that you look for where you were looking for, you want to build a salon, you've got a new location that's basically a box, really, right?
Right.
So what are the important things that somebody who decides they want to build or is thinking about building a salon, what should they be looking for? What are some of the key things?
I mean, from the get-go, before you enter the salon, location. It's
Right,
all about
right.
where you're located.
Yeah.
So we kind of touched base on that. And once I got inside, it was, okay, I need a room separate for all of our chemicals, all of our chemical service, our product. I need a decent waiting area. We need plumbing. Plumbing was a huge deal. There was no plumbing either.
Yeah.
So had to get those sinks put in and making sure there was enough room. Oddly enough, we downsized as far as space went.
How many square feet do you have here?
So right now we are at 980 square feet.
Okay.
The last salon, the one before this, was 1,100.
Okay.
So I was a little nervous about that. That was one thing I was nervous about going into, is having a smaller spot. And it turned out to be a blessing in disguise because we utilize it so much better. And I didn't realize how much wasted space was at the other place.
Yeah, it's a very comfortable setting. Are you profitable?
Oh, of course. I mean, I shouldn't say of course like that, but I mean to be so confident, but yeah. And this has been a huge change compared to where we were at. We went from maybe 2 to 3 walk-ins in a year to that, if not more, in a week here. So this is, I can't stress enough how important location is.
So you're saying location is the number one reason why you're getting that many walk-ins?
It really is. It's the location and being new. We're the newest thing here. We're on the edge of North Ridgeville where there's nothing. So location is definitely a huge difference.
What in your opinion is the number one ingredient for success in the hairstyling business?
As a business owner, or
as a business owner?
As a business owner, 100% your staff. You have nothing without great employees. That is what makes your business go. And it's so important that you appreciate them every day. You tell them they're appreciated because without your employees, you have nothing.
Yeah. I hear a lot of people say that. And sometimes I think they pay lip service to that, but I know you don't.
No,
you actually
no.
care about
Yeah,
people.
yeah. We're a family unit here. That's just how it works. It's how it's always worked, and that's what makes us successful.
Yeah.
Because we're a team.
Yeah. Can you take us on a tour of your studio?
Sure.
Good.
I'm going to start up front.
Yeah.
Right up here are our products. We are primarily sexy hair products. We have Kenra products. We also have Olaplex and some Pravana.
How How do you determine what products you're going to be using? I mean, is there some suppliers that you're using?
We do. We all of our products are through Cosmo or Salon Centric. We play around with a lot of products.
Yeah.
So we definitely try different things all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't commit to just one product. We're always switching it up.
Okay, cool. So show us the rest of your studio.
All right, so we have Nicole at the front desk here.
Hello.
And then we have our stations over along the wall here. So we've got some more products over on this side. We have our men's line, our processing area, and of course our shampoo balls back here.
Dave, you mentioned that plumbing, and I think you even said lighting was very important, so you have the stations here. So when you built out this space, you had to have new lines come in here?
Correct.
And that was pretty expensive, I'm assuming?
Yes. So, you know, we had to change it up. There was plumbing here, but it wasn't set up for the sinks. So there were some changes that need to be made.
Yeah.
Lighting, same thing. You know, all of the lighting sockets and everything were up here. However, it was old fluorescent bulbs, so we had to modernize everything.
Yeah, I could see where it would be. You said a build out of 20,000. It seems to me like it would be a lot more expensive than that. You probably had to really stay on top of your costs.
Oh yeah, definitely. The lighting alone was crazy expensive, but you know, in the long run, it's going to pay off. We went from old fluorescent bulbs that were giving me huge electric bills to these now, you know, LED, which is so much more sufficient.
Wow.
Efficient, I should say.
Yeah.
And sufficient.
When you opened your very first salon, what was the amount of money that you knew you had to have to start your hair salon?
When I opened my very first one,
Yeah.
I had no idea because I was flying by the seat of my pants. I had no idea how much it was going to cost me. I learned really quick to credit cards were my best friend at the time because I was a poor kid not too long out of beauty school, and I did what I could to open. So you know, there were a lot of cutting corners as far as things that later on in life you learn. It's almost like when you get your first apartment and you're buying pressed wood furniture to put together just to make do, you know, and as you grow, you realize, okay, I need better things, and you know, you give yourself a better budget.
So would you say maybe like a couple $1,000 or?
Oh yeah, I think my first salon, it maybe $3,000-$4,000
Wow.
cost to open.
And look where you are today.
Yeah.
Look where you are today. What last piece of advice would you give someone who is looking to start into the hairstyling business?
So, as an owner or as a stylist?
As an owner.
As an owner, definitely do your research. Get out there, talk to other owners. There's so many people in this industry that are willing to help. So meet other salon owners, talk to them, get a feel for what you're in store for, and take your time. You know, one of the things that people tend to do is right out of hair school, they decide that they are going to open a salon because that's what they've always wanted to do. And that's a huge mistake. Take your time, work with somebody, apprentice people, learn from them, then go on and open your own salon.
Well, Dave, thanks a lot.
Yeah.
I really appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks
Thank
for
you for
sharing
coming
with
out.
our audience.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
telling them how they can go and start their own hairstyling business.
And if anybody has any questions, I mean, I'm always available. Call the salon, call Equinox. I'll be more than happy to guide you and give you as much as my knowledge or advice that I could.